If you're ready to buy or sell a home, working with a local real estate team just might be your best bet. Today we're joined in studio with Lloyd Herndon with Howard Hanna Real Estate. Lloyd, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, you've never been on At Home Jackson, so welcome.
No, yeah, it's like I said, it was my first time in the studio today, so it's a very neat experience.
Well, tell us a little bit about your real estate career. I know you're new to real estate, but I'm excited to learn about it.
Yeah, so I am in my first year still, about 8 months in at this point. But as you know, I've been surrounded by real estate for the most part of my life. So, you know, I think it was 2005 when my mom started. So I've gotten the opportunity to learn directly from her, and there's really no better mentor that I could ask for. So absolutely. I'm very fortunate.
It's Heather Herndon with Howard Hanna Real Estate. She is remarkable, as we know here.
Yeah.
And I personally love Heather. But tell us a little bit about your role on the team.
Yeah, so I joined the team in March and have really primarily been working on the buyer side. So when we get calls on our listings and people aren't already represented by an agent, someone from our team like myself is able to help them out and go, you know, maybe that property that we show them isn't for them. You know, we'll build them a search and show them houses that, you know, are in the criteria they're looking within. So it's been a great opportunity to, you know, learn from other members of our team. There's 6 realtors on the team now, 8 people total.
Right.
And yeah, everyone does things a little differently, so that, you know, there's always an opportunity to learn something new.
Definitely. We're going to talk more later about the benefits of working with an entire team. But you moved away from the Michigan area after college. Tell us what brought you back.
Yeah, and moving away was, like I told you earlier, there was nothing against Michigan. I just wanted to, you know, a new experience after college. So this was now 7 years ago, I think, 6, 7 years ago, that I moved out to Denver, Colorado. And I'm very into the outdoors and outdoor sports, skiing, golfing, hiking, camping, all of that. So Denver was a great place for me to spend some of those post-collegiate years. But I always knew I was going to come back to Michigan. It wasn't a question of if, it was more of a when. And over the past couple of years, you know, it really started to feel more and more like the time to be closer to friends and family. And I started off, I moved back to Grand Rapids a couple of years ago. So on the west side of the state, which is where I went to school, and it's where I bought my first home. So I hold that place near and dear. But coming back to Jackson this year was great, and like I was saying, Jackson it's a gritty town. It's filled with hardworking people who are very honest, very kind, and there's a real community feel here, and that's something I really like. Right,
absolutely, it is. It's a great place to live, to work, to raise kids, and certainly to own a home. And you and I also joked a little bit off camera about the high real estate prices in other states. Maybe that's a good reason to be back here too, right?
It is. It is much more feasible to own a home here in Michigan versus, you know, one of the big cities.
Right.
So
yeah.
But there is, you know, the real estate. It's still great here. You know? There's really, really nice homes.
Right, and who better to be a realtor than someone that can appreciate having left, and now you're back, and so that's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, talk to us a little bit more about the Heather Herndon Real Estate team. I know you said you work with both buyers and sellers, but there really are a lot of advantages to working with a team as large as yours.
There are, and so like I said, there's 8 people on our team, 6 licensed realtors. And everyone does something their own way. So the primary advantage is the wealth of knowledge, the knowledge base. Everyone has worked with so many different clients, so many different transactions and different types of properties and things like that. So you can always get a different opinion, and there's always something new to be learned in each transaction with each new client. And everyone brings that to the table. But in addition to that, it's ultimate availability. So when someone wants to see a home and one of us may be out of town for a weekend or on vacation, whatever it may be, someone is there to back them up. And, you know, we don't want our clients to miss out on opportunities because we weren't there. So everyone on our team has each other's backs, and whether it's showing a home, if you like something, writing an offer, being at an inspection, we're all there for each other.
Right, yeah, going over multiple offers as those come in. It's a lot of work, absolutely. And I believe let me check my notes. In 2022, your team sold 171 properties. And so, yeah, that definitely takes a village.
It sure does. It sure does. And like we were talking about, I think it's been 10 or 11 straight years that my mom and the team around her have, been over that 100 transaction mark for a year. So
yeah, I always talk about how I think the family experience for real estate is such a benefit for buyers and sellers. You've been hearing real estate terminology most of your life.
Yeah.
So this just comes second nature to you.
It really does. Whether it was, being in elementary school and helping my mom put together her calendars with her business card on them that she would send all her clients, or, seeing her show a home or host an open house, whatever it may be. I've gotten a chance to see firsthand my whole life, what real estate is and what it means to different people. And not only that, but I see the way that clients still come up to her and members of her team that used to work with them, and how much that relationship means to them.
Right, absolutely. You and I talked about that a little bit off camera, that she is just an exceptional mentor, but really the way that she treats her buyers and sellers, when you get to see that, it teaches you so much. She's just so patient, kind, all those things that you will now be as well.
Yeah. I think, like we said, I have a ways to go to get to the level of patience, kindness, and staying level that she's at. But like I said, I'm learning every day how to get there. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Well, we're running out of time, but I know that we wanted to talk about why it's still just a really great time to buy and sell a home. And we know interest rates have been crazy, but we talked about lenders have been getting creative. But I assume you'll agree, it's still a great time to buy or sell.
It is. It's always. I think it's always a great time, and renting is great for a lot of people for a lot of reasons, whether you're, learning about a new area or trying to find out what type of home you want to live in. But eventually, you'd like to start building equity. You want to see your payments going to something. And, there are high interest rates, but from what we've read and what I've heard in the news, they expect them to drop closer back, down close to 6 next year again. But at the end of the day, you're not marrying the interest rate. You're marrying the home you're buying, and you don't want to miss out on a really good home just because of a couple percentage points on your interest rate, when you'll eventually be able to refinance. So
yeah, you're absolutely right. That is the main reason I think people are objective to buying a home right now, is that interest rate, and it just doesn't matter as much as they think long term. Yeah, when you're a homeowner.
Yeah.
Well, this is great information for our viewers. I'm excited to have you on more and get some of your expertise on our real estate market, but thanks for being here.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, if the viewers would like to reach out about buying or selling, how can they reach you?
Yeah, so you can always reach us at Howard Hanna, call our office, or call my cell phone, text, call, whatever's easier for you directly. It's 517-474-6170. Or you can send an email to lloydherndon@howardhanna.com.
Perfect. Thank you, Lloyd. We look forward to having you back.
Thank you. I look forward to it.
It's still a great time to buy or sell a home. Give Lloyd Herndon with the Howard Hanna Real Estate Team a call today.